So, my girlfriend, Julie Wilson, who happens to be a former bandmate from back in my band days, and who also happens to be the world's greatest Pampered Chef sales representative, for those of you who like Pampered Chef, she tells me that today is Banana Day. And I told her, I said, well, great minds think alike, because I'm going to make banana bread. So I'm going to show you my version of banana bread, and it's totally up to you how you do your version of banana bread. But anyway, so the way that I do it is I start out with crusties. I like this. Is that how it's pronounced? Crustes? I always start out with their banana nut mix. I can make it from scratch using sugar and flour and the whole 9 yards, but I just happen to like this mix. So I start out with this, and it requires a half a cup of water, a third cup of vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. So I've got the oil already going in here. I'm going to do my 3 eggs. Now, what I like to do is augment the directions. Come on. They were fighting me today. So, now, culinary will tell you wet into dry, or dry into wet, depending on how your teachers teach you. So, I like to start out with getting all of my wet ingredients together. Now, one of the things that the recipe doesn't call for, that I like to do, is add some bananas that are a little bit past happy time. So, the more brown spots, the better. So, and make sure you get rid of that little icky thing on the end, because it doesn't make for a very pleasant banana. And you just mush them up, throw them in there. And I like to do two bananas, maybe a little bit more. Totally up to you, what you have available, etc. Today, I've got 2 bananas that are very, very spotty. I only like them when they are between green and yellow with maybe a spot. That's how I like to eat them, just plain up. But yeah, these are a little too far gone for my taste. Now, the next thing that I like to add is some orange rind. Now, it's a little early in the year for oranges. Oranges are usually best in the winter, and since it's 108 degrees today, well, not today, but since it's 108 degrees out there, it is not winter weather. So they want a half cup of liquid. The first thing that I did was I took the zest off of the mandarins, and I'm just going to squeeze them and get me a half a cup of juice, which is probably about 4 mandarins. But I took the zest off of 2 of the mandarins. So here is the mandarin zest. Throw that in there. I'm going to squeeze a little bit more mandarin juice. The thing that's nice about mandarins versus oranges is they don't have seeds. You don't have to be fishing out seeds and stuff. So we're at about a quarter of a cup, maybe a third of a cup. But, yeah, not quite. So we're going to need a little more juice. So let's keep on squeezing. A little more. And last one. And we're not quite at the half cup mark. So I'm just going to finish this up with a little bit of water. I washed my hands from that icky banana bit. So I'm going to be cooking this in a loaf pan. You can make it in muffin tins. You can make it in whatever makes your little heart happy. I'm doing a loaf pan, and I highly recommend that you just give it a little spritzy with some baking spray. That way it doesn't stick so bad. So we've got all of the ingredients in here. Just give everybody a good mash. You want to make sure that your eggs are all broken up. All your liquids are floating around in there, all being extra happy. Your bananas are a little crunched a little bit. And then you're going to add your package of banana mix. So the thing that's nice about having a little extra banana is that you get that little banana tasting here and there. You empty that all in there. I know. I'm boiling potatoes for dinner. So, and then you just fold it all in. Then you pour it into the muffin pan. And the thing about quick breads, which is what this is you don't want to over mix it. You just kind of want to make sure that everybody's kind of wet and happy and no dry, icky bits. So you just mix enough to get everything mixed. So, oh, I need a haircut. All right, so that is scrape across the bottom. Everybody, no dry, icky bits. We're gonna layer it into the loaf pan. And then, you know, give it a little shaky and lower it out. Now, this is what I like to do because I personally think this is super, super tasty, is this is turbano sugar. So it's a large, flaky, chunky sugar. And I like to sprinkle just a little bit across the top of my banana bread. And when this comes out of the oven, it has this kind of creme brulee, kind of crunchy, yummy happiness going on. So I'm going to stick this in the oven for 45 minutes and I'll pull it out and I'll show you what it looks like. We'll see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, so there you go. There is the banana bread out of the oven. It's pulled away from the sides a little bit. Poke a tester in it. Comes out clean. Comes out clean. Then boom, that's banana bread. There you go, Julie, just for you.